What's up YouTube and welcome to this Luke Cage full season Easter egg video. So we're going to start off with one of the most obvious Easter eggs of this season, and it is the Carhartt Rain Defender hoodie that Luke Cage seems to just love until he swapped it with Method Man later on in the season. But these colours, the yellow, are his traditional colours in the comics, and I love the fact that they kept that in the show. So obviously we're going to have some spoilers of this video. This video will be very spoiler heavy. Sorry guys, if you haven't watched the whole show, come back, drop a like and subscribe while you're here. So the late Pop actually keeps calling Luke, well, he keeps calling him Power Man. Power Man is one of the original names of Luke Cage, and he also keeps saying, well, Luke Cage keeps saying that he isn't for hire, which is very funny because him and Iron Fist are heroes for hire in the comics. And they're having a very good run at the moment, so check that out on Comixology, or you can buy the trade paperbacks using the links below. Yeah, full disclosure, they are affiliate links. So, yeah, if you don't want to support that, then you know what? Feel free, buy them, whatever. I don't give a shit. So, that's that, which is pretty decent because the second series of Luke Cage has been confirmed that it will possibly be Heroes for Hire as well, which is super badass. But that'll be after the Defenders. Now, you may obviously recognise the cousin of Cottonmouth, Stokes. She's a very famous actress, but her character on the comics was pretty crap. And this is the comic version of her here. And, well, yeah, less said about that, Black Mariah, the better. Now, Cottonmouth Stokes was first featured in Power Man number 18, and is a blast from the past of Luke Cage. So this is straight from his past, and Stokes actually had a similar connection, just like Diamondback, and to some extent as well, Shades as well, and Comanche, because they were all a gang together when they were kids. Now, Misty Knight features this and is possibly one of the best characters, I think, in the whole show. Now, Misty Knight is actually ends up being part of S.H.I.E.L.D., has a storied past, and also a love interest to Danny Rand, the Iron Fist. And in the comics, she actually has a cybernetic arm made by Tony Stark. Now, Raphael Scarf was actually he's still in the comics at the moment, and it's interesting that they chose him to be a dirty cop and also kill him off, as he also had actual help. He helped the Heroes for Hire, helped Daredevil and also Iron Fist, so it's a strange decision. So you've got Shades, who had a pretty rip-off Cyclops power in the comics, so maybe it's a good idea that he didn't have that, and it's got Juice from Sons of Anarchy playing him, who was absolutely fantastic, and again, he's one of the people who stole the show in Luke Cage. Now, I thought it was really cool. I was watching the show and thinking that, you know what, they've messed with the story, the backstory, and the reason why Luke Cage became a federal criminal, or, well, why he was in prison. But it came to light, and they did a very cool way of doing it, making it how Diamondback was the dude who framed him, and so we got the original story there, which was pretty decent, I think. I liked the way that they did this and updated it. And, well, Diamondback was a dude who used to love knives. He used to really only use knives. But these days, he uses Chitauri tech and Justin Hammer tech. Now, quite a bit of this whole show was based around Justin Hammer's technology that was used to try and kill Luke Cage. So this was the Judas bullet that was used from, well, alien technology. Obviously, we know that they're called the Chitauri, and we know that, well, this is where that's come from because we've seen everything throughout this timeline. Now, interestingly, well, Iron Man 2 was set before the whole Avengers incident, which we have mentioned by the Blu-ray sellers. That is, not the Blu-ray sellers. But it's very interesting that Justin Hammer seems to be still running things. I'm not sure if he's out of prison, but he does have access to Chitauri tech, which is quite telling and a very telling thing this season, and an interesting thing for the rest of the MCU. Now, we do have Seagate Prison mentioned here. This is where Luke Cage first went to prison, and it's also where the Mandarin is. So, we've set this just after. So, it could well be that Luke Cage may have been in prison at the same time as the Mandarin, but I find it highly unlikely because the actual timings wouldn't really match up. I don't think it would match up at all. So it's sadly that's not the case. But the Mandarin is possibly in prison while the show is going on. Now, there is strange shit going down at Seagate Prison with all these actual experiments that are going on, and again linked to the super soldier serum. And who else but Luke Cage or Carl to use on, which was, yeah, it was kind of cool that we saw the super serum, or a version of it being used here, which gave us the look at Luke Cage's original look. So the braces and the headgear are just what he used to have in the old comics. This is his original outfit. So a nice little nod to the history there. So we've got Ben Donovan, well, Wilson Fisk's lawyer, turn up. So he seems to be the lawyer to the criminal underworld as well. We also got Wilson Fisk mentioned, so his power and influence was felt up here in Harlem as well. We also have Turk from Daredevil turn up as well, which is a really cool, nice little touch. And it just seems like he cannot get any luck, can he? He's just screwed constantly. During one of the episodes at the start as well, we get to hear a portion of Trish talk. So it seems like she's back and up and running on the radio as well as we get a debate. And it seems like, well, she seems to be on the side of Luke Cage, which is, well, understandable. We also get a Stan Lee cameo, which is just, well, there, see a crime, report it. Which is kind of sad that we didn't get a proper cameo, but at least, true believers, he's there. And the final Easter egg for this video is that obviously the night nurse Claire Temple has returned, and seems to be, this is just after Daredevil Season 2, where the ninjas were taking on the hospital and invading it and causing all kinds of mischief that ninjas do. So we get to know that obviously she has, well, ended her medical career, and that leaves her free to help and support the Defenders. Fuck yes. But first of all, we got Iron Fist. And, well, that's it for that video. I probably have missed a few Easter eggs. Sadly, I can't pick them all up, so I might do a part 2 of this video if there are any interesting ones that come to light from other people. So that's it for that video. Please do drop a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.